Hi guys, Paul here from Make That Sea Change. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to start a blog post in 2021. Now, this has come about along the lines of the fact that I decided to start another website just recently. And I was talking to someone about it during the week, and they sort of said, well, how do you go about starting a website and how much work does it take and what do you do with it? The most common question I get when I talk about working with websites is what the hell do you do? But anyway, so I thought I'd just put it all together in a very quick post. I mean, there's a lot more to it than what the post has, obviously. I mean, I could go for thousands and thousands and thousands of words if I put everything in one post. But if you have a look through, go into the how-to menu on my site and you'll see a lot of stuff in there on how to make money with websites, how to do particular things, build a website, write a blog post, how to do SEO for a website, how to brand your website. All those sort of things are in my site and under the how-to section. But today, as I said, I'm just going to quickly take you through the 4 steps that I undertook to get my website up and running. So if you're looking to create a website blog in 2021, as we keep saying, then this is the way that we can do it. Now, there's a couple of different tools in here that you can look at. I use Wealthy Affiliate for my sites. I use it originally for the training, for the hosting, for the domain purchase, all that sort of stuff. But I have got some other options in there for you if you want to steer away from that and just use other platforms that you're aware of. And yeah, so you can pretty much use these 4 steps to build any sort of a website that you're looking at. So as we run through, the first thing that we need to talk about here is, before I take you to look at any pretty pages or anything like that, is the subject that you're going to do. So I will show you the 4 steps. So as we scroll through, you can see the 4 steps we've got here. Choose an interest, build a website, attract visitors, and earn revenue. They are the 4 steps that we can use to create ourselves a website blog. It's not a fast process. Creating a website is very fast. I could actually go online and create a website for you in about 30 seconds. In fact, if you look at my post on how to build an affiliate marketing website, you'll see a video in there that shows you exactly how to do that. So there are your 4 steps. So let's get rid of the pop-ups. So the first thing here we're talking about then is choosing your interest. Now, this is the beauty of websites. I mean, if you're watching this video or reading the post, you've probably got a fairly good idea of what it is you want to talk about anyway. But if not, if you think, look, I'm just sick of being in 9 to 5, I sat in a 9 to 5 for years and years and years. My first site was an essential oil site. If I'm being honest, I got a bit bored with that one. It wasn't really my area of interest. It's something that I thought more I could make money on than being interested in, which is a good learning point that I had. But then I created my Make a Sea Change one, and then more recently I've branched out and I'm working in the very, very early stages of a fishing site. So if you want to go and have a look at beachandfishing.com, depends when you're watching this. If you're watching this fairly much around when I created this, which I don't normally timestamp my videos, but we are on the 11th of January 2021 at the moment. So use this as a base to see where that site has moved in a certain amount of time if you wish. But back to our niche or our subject, you can pretty much create a website on anything. And again, even if you want to see the variation, go into my affiliate program lists on the website just to see all the different subjects that I've got in there. You don't have to go in the post at all. You'll just be able to see all the different subjects. Everything from golf to fishing to scrapbooking to pottery to woodworking to fashions, health supplements, fitness, weight loss, essential oil, CBD oil, anything, dogs, pets, anything that you're interested in, you can build a website around. And that's the beauty of it. And from there, depends what you want to do with that website is how you go into it. Now, as I mentioned before, a lot of us know what it is we're trying to cover or trying to talk about. So we'll follow those lines anyway. I mean, it could be travel. You might be wanting to set up a travel blog to just take note of what you're doing in travel. Not in these current times, mind you, but in normal non-pandemic times, you might be wanting to do that. You might be, one of your local experts on Dalmatians, for example. So you'll create your niche will be on Dalmatians. You'll write all about Dalmatians, how to care for them, what to feed them, their health, how to keep them clean, how much walking they need, what exercise they need, whether they bark or not, how to stop them barking, all those sort of things. And that's problem solving, which we'll get to in a second. But the first thing you're looking at is your niche. So as you go through your niche, you'll then think about, from that point of view, then what are you going to call your site? Your site is something that you'll have a name for. I called mine Beach and Fishing. Now, I have written in the post here about trying to find a website name, and I wanted to match my website name to the actual website domain name or URL, Universal Resource Locator, which is a www.beachandfishing.com. That's the URL. It took me a couple of goes to try and find the website name that I could get, and I had to adjust my site name accordingly. So think about your niche, then think about what you want to call your site. There's a link here, Bluehost link, where you can go in and play with your site. That should pop up. There you go. So you can type the name in there and see what you can get. Or you go to Wealthy Affiliate. You can sign up to Wealthy Affiliate for free, and you can play around with the domain names in there as well, or Wix or WordPress or anything else that you're looking at. There's a few in there that you can. AccuWeb is another one where you can go in and find your domains. So think about your niche. What are you going to call your site? And then we get to build ourselves a website. So as I've written there, in my experience, I had to play around a bit until I found what it was I was looking for to do with my site. Okay, build a website. This is the scary thing, and I must admit, for my very first website that I built, it actually did take me quite a while to get it going, because I was just scared of what I want to do. But the main things I want you to be aware of is you have time, you can change everything, and you get constant confirmation that you're on the right track. So you have time. This is going to be a bit scary, but if you create yourself a website, no one will be able to see it straight away anyway, because it takes time for the search engines, for Google and Bing and Yahoo and all them, to find it, which means you can play around for a while before it actually is technically live. It's live from the beginning, but before people can find it, unless they know your URL. So there's nothing that you can't build that you can't change, and the modern PowerPoint or any of those sort of programs, website builders aren't that much different in the base building of it. You write what you want to write, press the publish button, up it comes. You do have to learn a little bit about it, and we'll get to that in a second about how you can learn that. But plan your website, think about your niche. Are you selling? Now, as you plan your website, you need to know if you need to work out if you're going to sell something straight up, or whether you're going to play around with it. Because if you're going to play around with it, that can affect the themes that you choose. So in here you can see if you're doing just blogs. So if you're just doing a travel blog and not really worried about monetizing your site or selling anything on to start with, then you'll go into a blog type theme. Or if you know you're going to start selling, you'll go into an e-commerce theme. If you're looking at photography, fashion, and so on, there's also themes in there that have graphics and stuff like that as their base. They can put all your photos on the front page and the like. Think about the problems you're trying to solve, and this goes back to your niche as well. And I mentioned before about Dalmatians, if you think about the terminology I used when I talked about what you'd write about, what they eat, how to clean them, what exercise they need, what medications they need, how they age, what things happen to them when they age. They're all problems that people have. How do I feed my Dalmatian? How do I clean my Dalmatian? What sort of food is best for my Dalmatian? My problem is I don't know all that sort of stuff. So solving your problem will have a lot to do with how you build your site, and that's how you sell it. That's how you get people onto your site as well. We'll talk about that in a bit more in a minute. What's your brand? If you've got a logo, use the colors of your logo on your website. Choose a website that has that sort of style and a theme that has that sort of style and colors to start with as well, and you'll be on your way. So for mine, my niche was beach and fishing. Obviously, I've broken down into fishing sub-niches and beach activities. I might even add recipes, but that's my initial plan. There's an affiliate marketing site, so I need to provide information. I'm trying to assist people to help to catch more fish, and I have a beachy logo and looking at sun, sand, and good times when fishing. So I chose an information-based site that could help me write on my blog post, provide my links to my sales pages, and go from there. And that's how I built that site. Okay, building your website. Wealthy Affiliate, WordPress, and Wix are the three that I've got listed here. There are quite a few others. They've all got WordPress builders. They've got domain purchasing platforms and website hosting, WordPress editors, or Wix editor, depending on which one you choose. And they've got tutorials. Wealthy Affiliate's one I chose, mainly for the fact that the pure range of ongoing training that it has. So all of these have training on how to build your website, but Wealthy Affiliate has the ongoing training about SEO. There's live training every week, which takes you through facets of SEO. The one last week, for example, was on how to install the all-in-one SEO plugin. So I'm talking about installing plugins, and that's the extra areas that you will need to learn if you don't have experience building a website. It's not hard, but it will take you time just to learn those little bits. Wealthy Affiliate is a place to go, honestly, if you've got that, because it will give you all of those extra areas to help you keep going. So you build your website, your domain purchasing and hosting and purchasing. I mentioned before that trying to find a URL, so I hunted through and found beachandfishing.com. Wealthy Affiliate allows me to purchase that domain and publish it into the big wide world, the big internet from there. So does WordPress, so does Wix. If you've already got a website or you're not happy with the costings for the website within either Wealthy Affiliate or WordPress or Wix, have a look. There's some links in the site here to Bluehost, AccuWeb, and Hostlinger. I am an affiliate to those, so if you do click on them, I will make a commission. They don't affect your sales price. So you've got some options there. You can go the all-in-one with the WordPress, Wix, and Wealthy Affiliate, or go into the Bluehost or AccuWeb for the hosting, and you bring the website. They'll sell you the domain name, host it, and off you go from there. I would recommend for your URL as well, something I haven't mentioned is in the post. Make sure it matches what it is you're trying to achieve. So I wouldn't want to call it Paul's Recipes for a Fishing type site. I mean, that's obvious, but it is something to be aware of as well. Make sure you keep it as short as possible. Make it easy to spell. Beach and fishing is easy to spell, but I wouldn't want to call it Beach Holidays because there's two H's in a row, and that causes confusion. I wouldn't want to call it Paul's Best World Fishing Site in the World. URL's too long. I mean, I know I'm being flippant with that here and how I'm describing it, but that is something you need to consider and think about as well. And also make sure, unless you're a local business in Australia here, our local websites are .com.au, you've got .com.co.uk, .co.ie, .com.ca, depends where you are in the world. I would avoid them unless you're a local business. If you're a site that's just out there for everyone to read, so if you're writing a travel blog on your travels through Croatia, you'll have people from all over the world who will be looking at that site. Stick to a .com URL from there as well. That's my advice for that. As I mentioned before, I hunted around. I found my URL. I use Wealthy Affiliate to build my sites as well, and that's just where I like to be. But you've got the option to use others there also. Okay, the next thing we look at here is attracting visitors. Now, attracting visitors to your posts is all about getting your website online. The reason I'm taking you back here is because I just want to talk to you about keywords. Look, the simplest way to create yourself a website that starts to attract people, I did mention a minute ago that if you have a website that is up and running and you want to attract visitors to it, it's not going to be able to be viewed immediately, but the quickest way to get that up and running is to start writing content. I mean, honestly, just write posts, write more posts, write more posts, write more posts, and you will eventually see it start to go. I mean, as I mentioned here in mine, at the time of this writing, and I mentioned it, January 2021, I've only been working this site for a few months, and due to the fact that I've got this main C-Chain site, which you're looking at now, and we run our own business on, a bricks and mortar business on the side, I've only been getting 3 or 4 posts per month. After 3 months, the first month was obviously just building it, I get about 50 readers per month. And actually snagged a sale in there as well, which is quite impressive. But obviously one sale after 4 months isn't going to keep me eating caviar in the south of France, but it is a start. So I will continue to update this as we go. So in another 3 months, I'll come and have a look at this site and tell you after 3 months the amount of posts and what the numbers are. But keep adding content. There's a bit more to it. Keywords is the other part that you've got there. They're the terms that readers use for information. So for example, if I'm trying to find tuna recipes, my fishing site, that's the wrong thing in there. I should have something there on tuna recipes. But I found one that had tuna fish. By the time you look at this in the post, you'll see the proper thing there. Tuna recipe ideas had 64 people per month searching for it. Only 19 other sites have that. So that's a good keyword because that's what people will be looking for. I need to match that in my post. So that's what a keyword does. There's a whole lot more search engine optimization. To be honest, if your site is new, concentrate on getting the menus up and running. Concentrate on getting the getting some content up there. Once you get the content up there, click on this post, this link here, and I will then teach you how to do the SEO for your website and solving problems which we've already discussed as well. Okay, finally, the fourth step was earn revenue. This is something you may or may not be interested in looking at now. As I keep mentioning, sites do not start to earn revenue very quickly, but if you've got a site that's a bit more mature and you're just looking at revenue options, these are the revenue options here. Affiliate marketing, I'll let you read all about these on your own time. Affiliate marketing, these links will take you to other posts that talk about what they do and how they work. You can sell your own products, you can do advertising on your site. There's some ads on this site you'll see. Still tweaking, I think there might be too many on there, but I'm still playing with that. And then you've got your offering coaching and assistance there as well. So if you're someone who's an expert, and again, my fishing site set up as an affiliate marketing business, so I write all about fishing equipment and accessories. So an example of this is the problem fishing in a kayak. People are fishing combat, drifting past a fishing ground with the current, then having to paddle back constantly. That was something that I struggled with. The solution is kayak anchor. So my post is 3 best kayak anchor systems for fishing. Kayak anchor systems are the keywords there if you want to play around with that as well. Okay. That's it, guys. That's how to start a website blog in 2020 when I know that slide on. If you have any questions, please comment below. And I'd love to help you out. But the 4 steps, as we say, identify your niche. So what is the subject? Build your website. You've got some tools in there that you can get into and have a look at. Attract visitors. Start putting posts in there. Start writing your content. Once you've got about 20 or 30 posts in there, you'll see it will start to loop up. You'll start to find yourself in search engine results, that sort of stuff. Do the tutorials on whatever program you're working in to help you with that. Do some SEO searches and see how that works. Once you've got 20 or 30 posts, then you can start to really use things like, and these are scary words I know, but use things like Google Analytics, Google Search Console, all those sort of things to start to really get your website to rank and get people to find them. Okay, guys, as I mentioned, that was my how to build a website blog in 2021. I hope that was helpful for you. If you're watching this within YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel below. If you're watching within the post, if you have any questions, need any help, need me to help you get your website up and running, get started, anything like that, please don't hesitate to comment below. Would love to help you out. Okay, guys, thanks for that. Chat to you soon. Bye.